So, Facebook, Daily Mail. Experts are now calling on the strict parenting practice to be banned in England. Smacking children. Yeah. Reactions so far: 152 laughy faces, 12 thumbs up, 2 teary, and 1 angry. So let's click on this and let's go to the comments on Facebook. So children of the 70s, 80s, fortunately, after we got smacked, didn't have any damage done, but taught us rules that remain with me. Taught us rules that remain with me till this day. I have to thank my parents. My mum beat me mercilessly, and I'm now a professional musician with respect for others and ultimately reality. Edit. Smash my fucking GCSEs. Seriously, where do they find the answers to these studies? I had been beaten from pillar to post, and it all built character, and I got a 9 levels. I got 9 O levels, right, and 2 A levels. Or it could lead to better results, or it could make no difference at all. But in all honesty, the point I would quite happily make is, actually, when you had the belt in the schools, you had an awful lot less nonsense. Absolutely. Because you see, the thing is, it wasn't anything horrible, but it just told you, hey, there's a line, you cross it, there's consequences. And better doing that when you're an adolescent cocky little shite than never being, well, told no. And that's the problem. You look at America especially, but more so now in the UK. Children are running riot. Well, certain groups of children, shall we say, or certain adolescents. Yeah. What's the common denominator? Well, there's a few things, not least of which a lack of fatherhood involved in their upbringing, and no consequences, and not getting the belt or a smack in the bot or whatever. Yeah. Remember, they got rid of that out of British schools. To our detriment, I would argue. I had quite a comprehensive education. I got both the cosh, the belt, and the cane, right? And I can absolutely tell you the cane was worse. Oh, yeah. But, it taught you consequences. That was absolutely it, I mean, even back in the day where there was occasional fisticuffs when one was out and about, pubs, etc. I remember with great fondness in places like Dalkeith in the 80s. People fell out, whatever else, a couple of bops, and they were having a beer within minutes, People have become such lightweights, and it's deliberate and by design. And that's why you've got everybody giving excuses. I mean, it's an absolute disgrace that one of the main reasons in Scotland, right, for immigration is that we don't have enough of our own to do jobs like, for example, the care sector. And yet we've got so many people unemployed, quite young, but they've got, they've got anxiety and all the rest of it. How about just employ these people, as opposed to have to find others from other nations where you have zero confidence in their education or their background, and that English is not their primary language, and from a completely different culture. We've got a vast amount of solutions there for us to implement if we just go back a few decades and start embracing common sense. And one of them, I'd absolutely bring the belt back to the schools. I absolutely would do that. Seriously. And while most people would say, oh, come on. If you were to take a step back and think about it and look, for example, even at the stats as regards education in the UK, I would also add to that America, when there was some type of, and not, the difference is staggering, seriously, as regards outcomes. Seriously, without a doubt. But let's give it a bash at the Daily Mail. So children who are smacked by their parents are more likely to fail their exams and become bullies, new research has found. Honestly, the level of bullshittery. Remember, apply some common sense. We haven't had the belt in the UK or the cane since, what, about 83, 84, something like that? Yeah. I was definitely the last generation to get the belt. And that's because I was in the early Gen X or not late. Seriously. And you can see the difference ever since. Without a doubt. I mean, how do you get from the belt to, oh, nobody clap because there's people with anxiety in the audience? Well, oh, I'm sorry. Put headphones on or fuck off. You know? Anyway, and I'll speak to you soon.